What's up, y'all? I'm on my way to work. So, I'm feeling good. I'm motivated today. That's always nice, but motivation is low-key overrated. That sounds kind of negative, but hey, it is what it is. I'm still in a good mood, though, I promise. So, yeah, I'm on my way to work, yeah. But this week has been kind of like a roller coaster, because pretty much I got back into trading, right? After a little bit of a hiatus when I had to liquidate my account. So I got back into trading this past couple of weeks. I started with a $200 account, and I started off in Honey Drip. Shout out to Honey Drip. I was in their Discord, but after the second time of failing, I realized that, I don't think Discords and Signals for me. I got to figure this out by myself. So I started the account, right? After that, I went on like a crazy run. I'm talking like five win streak in a row. Some pretty big, I'm like a scalper, so like a couple 70%ers, 80%ers. This is like 0 DTE, stuff like that. So I'm on a pretty nice streak until, I had it in my trading rules not to trade on Tuesdays. So of course I broke the rule. Took a big L. I'm talking percentage wise, it wasn't really bad, but I was just way over leveraged. Position size way too big. So $200 account, I don't know, that was like a $50 loss. Then I revenge traded, took another $50 loss or something. So before I knew it, my account's down $100. So it went from 200 to, I don't know, maybe around 300. But now I'm sitting at 150, so my account really got cut in half. So that was pretty much my limit. I'm like, all right, that's enough. I gotta do something different. So I actually ended up watching this video about breaking bad habits. I forget the name of the channel. It was Peace and Prejudice, something like that. But it was pretty much this Japanese philosophy, and I forget the name of it. Anyways, it doesn't even really matter, but it was a couple different names. But if y'all interested, I can talk about that in a different video about one topic. But yeah, so I watched that video, pretty much learned the power of small habits compounding over time, 1%, which I don't know. I'm a trader, I know this, but I just couldn't stay disciplined because I never had a system. I was just doing random stuff all the time, right? I didn't have a consistent risk. I kind of knew about risk reward, but I didn't have a consistent position size, you know what I mean? I didn't paper trade. I didn't back test. I didn't do none of that. I just thought I was gonna go in and trade off of vibes. And you know what? After so much pain and destruction financially, I've decided that, all right, now it's time to get this show on the road. And going back to that Japanese philosophy video I was watching, there was a follow-up to it talking about how to pretty much learn stuff really quickly. So I pretty much took both those principles and realized that I can do this. And I literally last night, I went out, I developed a whole strategy, right? Well, it's a simple strategy. I decided to take it back to basics. I'm just literally just doing orb, right? Fucking opener rage breakout. That's my strategy. So I'm going to take that strategy. I went in ChatGPT, made a whole spreadsheet to pretty much track my paper trades and my back tests. So the goal is to pretty much go back and back test this orb on the past 300 trades. Of NQ. I'm gonna do it off of the Tokyo session, because one of my mentors likes the Tokyo session. So, and the best thing is, I actually have it's going really well. I've only tracked about 20 or so trades so far, but it's going really well. The goal is 300. but it feels amazing to actually have like a bunch of constants. It's like, I don't know, I just use like, it's just like I find the range. Once it breaks out, it's like, all right, am I getting all these confirmations to get in? All right, I'm in. All right, simple. It doesn't matter how long it takes. I have my target, and the best part, my target is the same. My target is always the same, a consistent target. This is blowing my mind. I know a lot of you seasoned traders probably know this, but this is actually blowing my mind. And I've been at this 3 years, by the way, but you live and you learn, you know? So, consistent target. I don't have a consistent stop loss, but I've noticed that when I'm putting my stop loss in around the same area, I tend to get around the same risk to reward every time. It's kind of weird how this works, actually. I'm just taking it as, you know, confluence that this is working, because I'm seeing like consistent, I don't know, my risk is about 180 ticks so far, and like this is off of just like literally low-key vibe putting my stop loss, and I'm getting these constants. But it's nice that I'm finally tracking this so I can actually see these things in real time. And I don't know if I'll show this spreadsheet, maybe I will, but this is a really nice spreadsheet. I was using Claude for stuff like that, but I went back to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT did their thing with this spreadsheet. I'm loving it. It is amazing. It's actually changing my life. I don't know. Like, honestly, I'm still paper trading, right? But I'm getting instant confirmation, instant feedback that this is working. Now, I'm trying to not get euphoric, right, and get too excited, if you can't tell, but because I still got 300 trades to do, right? And I'm doing 300 pass trades, so this is just back testing. But I don't know. I always hear people say, oh, you gotta back test your strategy, you gotta back test your strategy, but all the people that I've ever tried to like learn from, they all said, not Honey Drip, no shit on Honey Drip, Aristotle, I fuck with your shit. It's just not for me though. But past groups that I was in, they was trying to tell you how to back test off of 10 trades, and I'm like, is that possible? I guess not. So my plan is to take 300 back tests. I don't know. If I'm really being disciplined, I want to do 300. Because here's the thing, I'm doing orb, I can probably do 3 trades a day, right? So if I'm doing all the sessions, I think I could actually do 300 live trade or 300 paper trades, like separately from doing 300 back tests, if that makes sense. If I play every session, I could probably get like 300 paper trades pretty quickly, a lot quicker than I could get 300 live trades. So, because that was another issue I had. I never really paper traded. I always just like, you know what I mean? My excuse was, oh, it doesn't feel the same, I'm not into it, you know what I mean? It's not real money. But that's a lie. That is a lie, because I got this nice setup on TradingView, right, where I can go back and literally you can use the replay feature, right? Wait for the 5 minute. If you would get in, I'd be like, all right, yes, I would get in. All right, hit play. You just watch and see what it does. Like, honestly, that actually was changing. That was so different to me, because like you could actually feel it. I was actually invested in these trades that I already knew the outcome. Right, I already knew the outcome of them because I saw the chart. I went back in time, so I knew how they were going to resolve. But seeing it happen on the replay was really just, it was, I don't know, it was nice. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like, it's like I had that light bulb moment, this epiphany. So yeah, so that's my next plan of attack. I'm not taking any trades. I'm not doing anything like that. I mean, I'm still doing like DCAing long-term stuff, but no short-term trading at all. This is my primary focus. This is the only thing I'm gonna be trading until this is done. So I'm gonna hit this NQ, and I usually trade options, but apparently NQ futures are like a lot better anyway. Well, I mean, NQ, MNQ, that's the NASDAQ 100 if you don't know. But yeah, apparently features are a lot better, a lot more tax efficient, so we're gonna run with it. I've been put on the features for a long time, but you know what? I just been too stubborn. I didn't want to listen. But after enough pain and suffering, I realized that yes, I went through all this pain and I'm still here. So yes, this is what I want to do. So it's time to get serious and lock in and make it happen. And I'm so hyped because I finally figured out how to make it happen. I just gotta get to work.